forgotten. It's like when you start to feel some. It's like it's hard to explain. Something like a lightning stroke or something. Where some is stroke where they just, I don't know really. If you want to see if they are really having a stroke, you need to open their eye, and if they try and close it, that means they're not trying to have a stroke, they're just pretending. It's like, if there's different sort of strokes, like if there's a heat stroke, it's like you've had too much sun, and if there's a different stroke where you collapse and you have to go to hospital.
A stroke is a sudden illness which affects parts of the brain, so like it normally means you couldn't like raise your arms, you couldn't move your legs, your speech would be a bit slurred.
A stroke is something that affects part of your brain where it makes part of your face just go down and you can't lift your arms and it makes your speech slurred.
It's a disease to people, and they can't move once they have a stroke, and it makes them act weird. And
I've only heard of a heat stroke. It makes you feel really ill. No. Yeah, you have to look for the speech, and if they can dial it, because the finger, they just drop the T and all that. Could you start to look do all them things, like your arms might start going all droopy in your face, and then maybe you can't speak and speech. You can't, and then obviously the T one's time, call 999.
Yes, I've seen it on television.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite shocking. I thought a stroke was like kind of like a heart attack, but no, that looks worse.
It made me feel a bit shocked that things like that can happen.
You've got to act fast just in case they die or something before you get there.
Because if you see all these symptoms but wait really long before calling 999, because a stroke can kill you actually, because it could shut down your brain, you need to react quickly. So if they show all those symptoms, call 999.
So you can like ring 999 because you can't leave it too long, else something really bad might happen to the person who's having a stroke.
if you don't act quick and you don't call 999, because it's like a fire in the advert breaking out. So as if it was a fire, call 999, but instead of it being the fire, it's the NHS.
Because you need the time to ring 999. Because if somebody's urgently dying and they've got a certain amount of time till they do die, you need to be there before that time.
Hi, my name's Rod Thompson. I'm Director of Public Health here in Shropshire County PCT. I'm looking for your help today to try and make a difference to the lives of many people across Shropshire. Around 700 people in our county suffer from a stroke each year. We can make a difference to those people's lives if we act fast. So I'm looking for your help to become fast heroes. You may have seen the campaign on the national TV. Fast is very much what it says. It's fast action to help someone who's suffering an injury to their brain. FAST stands for face, arms, speech and time. The first three are the symptoms of a stroke. If you see a facial weakness and a person loses the power in one side of their face, that's often an early sign of stroke. Similarly, if they lose power in one of their arms, it's also a sign that this individual could be at risk of a stroke. The last one is speech. Often people will have slurred speech. It may sound as if they're drunk. If you see any of those symptoms in a friend or a family member, it's important that you use the time quickly to call for help. Ring 999 to get an ambulance to get them to hospital as quickly as possible. Minutes can make a difference. Far too many people who suffer a stroke wait and come to see their doctor or come to the A&E department too late to make a real difference to their life. If we can get them in the first few hours of a stroke, in less than 3 hours, we can make a huge difference to their lives. And that's where you come in. You might be the person who spots that individual with a problem. You might be the person who's best placed to pick up that phone and make that call of 999 to get that friend or family member to hospital quickly. You can make that difference. So, hope you enjoy the video. Take a look at it a couple of times and make sure you understand what FAST stands for and how you can be a FAST hero. Thanks for listening.